Hi everyone, you're watching Thiem Saleh's Tennis Forum. We're back in the car for today. I'm just taking a break from work, so I thought I'd quickly get this video out for you guys. The big news today, Rafa Nadal, world number one, but for how long? We are going to touch on that a little bit later. The world number one is out of the Australian Open. He has lost an amazing battle against Dominic Thiem, 4 hours and 10 minutes. And it was only 4 sets. Imagine had it gone to a fifth, it would have surely passed the 5-hour mark. But yeah, he has lost 6-7, 6-7, 6-4, 6-7. So 3 tie breaks, and all 3 went in the way of Dominic Thiem. Quite a amazing match, really. I did manage to catch pretty much all of the match. In the first set, Rafa was 5-3 up. He had broken Dominic Thiem. He had a set point as well, but Dominic Thiem managed to break back straight away. He went to the tie break. Rafa actually led the tie break 3-love, but Dominic Thiem came back to win the set. Second set, a bit like the first, Rafa with the first break, leading 4-2. Dominic Thiem then came back, got the break back, went into another tiebreak. This tiebreak was a little bit different. Dominic Thiem started strong. I believe he was 4-love up in the tiebreak and he managed to close it out. Third set, Rafa with the very important break, which was also a set point at 5-4, managing to take it into a fourth set. Now look, the fourth set, early on, Rafa pressurizing Dominic Thiem. Thiem came back strong. 5-4, he was serving the match. And then quite possibly, out of the entire match, it was his worst service game. It was a monumental choke at the time. I believe there was a double fault and 3 unforced errors, which gave Rafa a way back in. It went into the tiebreak. Once again, Dominic Thiem was 6-4 up. 2 match points again. And he couldn't take either of them. And at that point, it really seemed like Thiem had missed his chances, and surely if it went to a fifth set, Rafa would win with the momentum coming back from 2-love down. It must be noted that in Thiem's previous 39 matches where he was 2-love up, he only ever lost one of those, and that was to Juan Martín del Potro in the 2017 US Open 4th round. So Dominic Thiem, deserved winner. How much does he still have in the tank to face Sasha Zverev, who earlier on defeated Stan Wawrinka 1-6, so he lost the first set 6-1, but then he came back strong to win 6-3, 6-4, 6-2 in the other 3 sets. Stan, you know, it's been a successful tournament, reaching the quarterfinals again, defeating Daniil Medvedev in that epic 5-set match the round before, so he can be very happy with his performance. Sasha, it's been a revolutionary tournament. So Sasha, this is his first ever semi-final of a Grand Slam. He is always sort of mocked at for performing or underachieving so badly in the slams. At the beginning of the tournament, he said that he will donate 10,000 US dollars for each victory, and if he wins the tournament, he'll donate his entire prize money. Look, after the first round, everyone was like, yeah, so that's never going to happen. And let's see how far he can go, probably the quarters at most. It seems to have been a very lucky charm for Sasha, reaching his maiden semi-final, as I've just said. And yeah, he is looking very good. He's going to face Dominic Thiem. So after Sasha's post-match interview on the court, he was saying that he hoped Rafa and Dominic went into like a 6-hour match. Of course, he meant it as a joke, but he will be very happy that they did have a grueling match. So yeah, Dominic Thiem versus Sasha Zverev in the semi-final. Before we get to that, and I am going to touch on that, I want to talk about the semi-final, the first semi-final, which will take place tomorrow. 2 legends of the game will be going at it at each other for the 50th time. It's the second most amount of times 2 players have faced. The number 1 is the Djokovic Rafa Nadal head-to-head. They've played 55 times, so this is now their 50th time. Djokovic leads the head-to-head 26-23. However, if you their last meeting, which was in London, was a straight set victory for Roger Federer, breaking a streak of 5 consecutive victories for Novak, and a stretch that lasted for 4 years without a victory for Roger. So he is in the semi-final against Novak. Just to touch on his quarter-final against Tennis Sandgren, world number 100. Bearing in mind, if Sandgren had reached the semi-final, he would have been the lowest ranked player to reach the semi-final of Australia since 1991. But yeah, he had 7 match points against Roger Federer. Federer saving all of them, coming out clutch in all those points. Great mental strength showed by Roger. And he came through in 5 sets to set up here, to reach the semi-final. The match, even though it was 5 sets, was only actually 3 hours 28 minutes. So not as long as a typical 5 set is. However, it can't be good for Roger having to play 5 sets against Sandgren, 5 sets against Millman, and 4 sets against Fucsovics. So at his age of 38, it is quite incredible that he's still reaching semis. But how much does he have left in the tank for Novak? Novak, a rather more comfortable victory against Milos Raonic, straight sets. The only real contest was the 3rd set, which went to a tiebreak, but even then the tiebreak was just a one-sided affair. I was quite disappointed from Raonic, it must be said. It has been a successful tournament for him, reaching the quarterfinals, but I just expected a bit more from him. However, Djokovic, with his return, kind of nullified Raonic's serve. He still managed to get 18 aces in there, but it was really the second serve percentage for Raonic, points won below 50% against Novak. Djokovic, look, I said it at the beginning, he now has the opportunity to reach world number 1. As I said in my draw video at the beginning of the tournament, I said that if Rafa fails to reach the semi-finals and if Novak wins the tournament, he becomes the world number 1. That is now very much on the cards. Rafa falling in the quarterfinals, Novak now, he's 2 matches away from regaining that world number 1 spot from Rafa. By also reaching the semis, he's secured the world number 2 spot. So if Roger is to beat Novak and then win Australia, Djokovic will still remain world number 2. But yes, Djokovic, a golden chance for that world number 1 and try to close the gap a bit further to Roger. I still feel that at least at some point this year, probably during the Sunshine Double where Novak really has very few points to defend, he will take that world number 1 spot again. But I'm sure he would love to win his 8th Australian Open with the added bonus of becoming world number 1. After the Raonic match, Djokovic paid like a emotional tribute to Kobe. He had KB 824 engraved on his fleece, so that was a very nice touch. He was clearly emotional and he called Kobe his mentor and his friend. So yeah, Djokovic, Federer, let me know what you think. This is round 50, an amazing rivalry there. They've met 3 times in the Australian Open semi-final previously. That was in 2008, 2011 and 2016. All 3 times Novak Djokovic won and went on to win the Australian Open. He's of course never lost a final there. And yeah, going into the second semi-final now, Dominic Thiem, Sasha Zverev. Dominic Thiem does have a 6-2 head-to-head against Sasha, so that is on his side. Their last meeting was in London in the semi-final where Dominic Thiem also defeated Sasha. This is Dominic Thiem's 5th semi-final in a Grand Slam. However, it is his first one outside of the French Open. If you look at Dominic Thiem since 2019, his hardcourt form has been quite spectacular, really. He's been reaching finals, semi-finals very consistently. Dominic Thiem also has a very good head-to-head against the big 3 since 2019. So yeah, since 2019, the beginning of the year, he has played the big 3 10 times and he's won 7 of them. That is quite a spectacular stat. So he's really motoring on now. He's a big threat to the big 3, must be said. So let's see how much the fatigue comes in after the grueling Rafa match. Zverev as well playing really well. So yeah, let me know what you think. I released polls of both semi-finals. So I released the poll for the Djokovic Federer one yesterday. About 300 votes came in and 73% of you guys feel like Novak is going to reach yet another Australian Open final. I've only just recently released the poll for the teams. Zverev one, only about 70 votes have come in so far, but it's very one-sided. 80%, over 80% think that Dominic Thiem will reach the final. So very lopsided. According to you guys, it's going to be a Djokovic team final for the Australian Open. Please do let me know though what you think, your analysis from the quarterfinals. I always love to hear what you guys have to say. It is a learning curve for me as well, and I learn a lot of stuff from you guys, so I do enjoy that. And always your support, it really motivates me to just come out from work now, quickly take a break, record a video, and I hope you guys do enjoy it. If you haven't already, please do subscribe for weekly tennis videos, for additional coverage during the Grand Slams, the Masters, the World Tour finals, and of course this year the Olympic Games as well. So big tournaments coming up this year. And yeah, I'll wrap it up there. I will see you for a preview of the final as well as a reaction / analysis of the final on Sunday. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much.